What's good, everybody? So, I had other videos lined up. I had Pro-Am gameplay, I had Rec gameplay, I had 1v1 gameplay, I had Proving Grounds gameplay, but this is probably the only video I plan on putting out this year. 2K25 is cooked, alright? It is going to be the biggest money grab in NBA 2K history. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm not the first person to notice this in any capacity, but every year 2K kind of like figures out a way to make more money than they did before. Obviously, this year, allowing you to make your bill right at 99 makes you spend $100. So you're going to spend $100 per pop every single bill that you make, right? That's smart on 2K's behalf. Nobody's really complaining about it because at least instead of having to regrind all those badges and spend all that time trying to grind from 85 back to a 99 every time you make a new build, most of the community is looking at this like it's a fair compromise. And rightfully so. I mean, even I'm in agreement. The biggest thing that NBA 2K25 has going for it is that it is a better game than last year. If you liked the game last year, it's because you're more of a casual player. You're somebody that likes to have fun essentially playing 2K. And if you're like me, you're a comp player. So having fun at 2K means winning. It's not about all the fancy moves. It's not about how well my guy can shoot. And it's not about the contact dunk animations. It's not about getting a clip. The only way competitive gamers have fun at the game is by winning. Winning in competition, winning in the stage, winning in the pro-am, 3v3, 5v5. That's how comp players have fun. Last year, they kind of made it to where it didn't really matter what build you had. You could pretty much shoot the ball. Pretty consistently, I might add, too. In the beginning, you could shoot very consistently. Then they changed it to where it was closer to real shooting percentage, kind of what like everybody's experiencing right now in 25. And then eventually a patch came through and everybody was able to shoot like it was back in style. And the thing that makes it so frustrating for a comp player such as myself is the fact that like you're playing these modes and trying to figure out how to win when people can cheat and they always make a build with 99 three ball because they don't have any relative skill at the game. And it's at a point now where apparently in 2K, the only skill is being able to dribble. There's no other skill within the game. Nobody gives you credit for being a good lockdown defender. Right? Last year, you didn't even get credit for being a good lockdown defender. You had right stick ripper Hall of Fame, and you could just right stick rip the fuck out of everybody up the court. Doesn't really require a lot of skill. Same way if you play a post scorer in a 1v1. Being a post scorer does not require a lot of skill. Shooting, if you have a very high three ball, hell, I've seen people consistently green with like a 78 three ball. I had a build, I was greening with a 73 ball. So if you have a very high three ball, it's not really that skillful to be able to knock down shots with a 99 three ball. It's just not. Essentially, it's like you're shooting with Steph Curry. You're supposed to make it. Y'all can ignore that. That is my phone going off because the Miami Dolphins got their ass whooped on national TV. But nonetheless, the point I'm making is now you bring in NBA 2K25 where right now the community feels some type of way. Now, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to the build that I just made, but every year I essentially make builds with no three-pointer. And the reason why I do that is because I like to maximize all my strengths as best as possible. Yes, I could shoot if I put 3-point shooting in my build. I'm somebody that's, typically goes for the greatest of all time playing head to head in 2K, using regular teams, regular rosters. So I'm used to timing different jump shots. So if I made a build where I had a decent three ball and that's the only jump shot I had to learn how to time, I would be just as good of a shooter as your favorite YouTuber. I promise you. But it's not something I really care about too much because my biggest strengths and assets are being able to play make, attack, get downhill, attack the rim, rebound, block shots. Like even steals, I'm not really that keen on. Like I play the passing lanes well. And I don't like to be in foul trouble by gambling a lot. I prefer to actually play defense, which is why I say defense is not necessarily considered a skill to most NBA 2K players. They feel like, oh, you have defensive attributes, you're supposed to play defense. And my thing is, like, you have pretty much the greatest offensive player that I have to try to stop. And I can't get credit, like, without right stick ripper, without any of that stuff, legitly guarding you to prevent you from scoring. I don't get any credit for that. Now, where 2K25 is cooked is this goddamn builder and testing the builder. So, as you just heard me say, I make builds that have no three-pointer in them for the most part. Like, yes, I put up my mid-range as part of my game plan. If I can consistently knock down a mid-range jump shot, you at least have to guard me to some capacity. And it allows me to get downhill to the rim as I want to do. I just want to rim run all day. If I can make my perfect 2K player, it would be something equivalent to Ben Simmons with a mid-range jump shot and the ability to make free throws. That's what I would want. If I can make me a 6'10", 230-pound point guard who was fast, who was strong, could defend all 5 positions, I sacrifice the 3-ball gladly. And I'm not the only person that kind of thinks like that. I know Laker fan makes a build fairly similar. But, that's just some people's preferred play style. It works for me. But as y'all can see, I didn't went in here into the builder and I was just testing out a theory, right? Before I made the guy, as y'all saw the small forward, he had high mid-range, so he had some three-pointer in his build. This particular time, I'm going to make sure I have 25 3-ball in my build. 25 3-ball. I made a 7'3", 290-pound max wingspan player just to go test out in the builder. And some of y'all thinking like, why would you do that? Like this build is trash. No, I get all that, man. The purpose of me testing this out was to try to figure out if I was tripping or not, because I know damn well if I made this player and took them into the pro-am or took them into the rec or in the park or played any online game, hell, even if I took this player in my career, the stuff I'm able to do in the tester, I will not be able to do once I upgrade the player, which is false advertisement. Do y'all understand that? It is false advertisement to the highest level. Obviously, it's not like I'm about to go out here and sue 2K because they did this. But nah, I'm just putting the information out there. Y'all take it for what it is. Like, I purposely went and made a motherfucker that's not supposed to be able to make threes and went into the tester just to see if I can make threes. Now, you see, we start off, Anthony Edwards knocks down the 3-ball. Cool. Whatever. He's probably more capable of doing so. I'm not tripping off that. But obviously, they did allow your physicals to match what you're supposed to see when you're actually playing. But outside of that, that's probably like the only thing they did because they wanted you to spend more money this year than you ever had before playing 2K. So y'all saw my 3 balls at 25. I'm just, for the rest of this game, I'm going to just try to come down and pull threes. Like, I haven't seen anything in the builder that says I would not be able to do so. And some of y'all, like I said, I'm not the first person to have figured this out. I don't know if there's another video out there that I don't know about on this. But look, I come down green. I should never have a green from the three-point line with a build that has 25 three-pointer. So 2K is cooked at this point, right? They have exposed their grandmaster plan. We are going to allow you to get to 99, and then from there, every build you make is going to be 99. Not only that, we're going to make your player look like the greatest player of all time every single time you test them. So no matter what you're testing, if you're testing drive and dunk, you're testing the handle, you're testing the 3-ball, you're testing anything shooting, you're going to look like the greatest player of all time. Why? Because it entices you to then go ahead and put money in the build. As you see me pulling up another green. And why this is so wrong is because it's going to cause an uproar in the community when you're sitting here testing out things. You're testing out the three-pointer. You're testing out a build with a custom jump shot. And you're in this tester and you're knocking down every single shot. You can't miss. You're making greens. You're making whites. You're making it all. So you, in your mind, before you even put $100 into this build, you already feel like, as you see me hit a fade, you already feel like the player that you're creating is going to be able to do the same things against other people as you're doing in the builder. You feel like whatever jump shot you created, if you would have paid attention, I couldn't even create a custom jump shot with this build. So I'm using whatever jumper, as you see me knock down the white, I'm using whatever jumper that came along with having a 25 three-pointer. And I'm consistently making shots, testing out builds. I thought I was crazy. I'm like, ain't no way, because what happened was I was just practicing with a build of mine, so I hit a go-to shot and knocked down a corner 3. Build had 55 three-pointer, but hit a go-to shot 3. I have the footage, but I don't even want to make this video longer than what it is. Like, it is what it is, man. I just went around the perimeter, started making threes. I'm like, ain't no fucking way that I'm sitting here consistently shooting like this. Either I'm the greatest shooter of all time, or these sliders are boosted to make you spend more money. You know, at this point, like, you see, can't cross or nothing. They don't allow me to, but I'm making whites, I'm making greens, I'm making fades. And it's just, I don't even know how to feel at this point, because knowing that I can make whatever build and I can come into this builder and just look like the greatest player of all time, it's honestly like, if I make this build and he don't do the shit that I'm seeing in this builder, I'm going to have to create another build, test him out. That's going to look great. He still ain't going to do what I want to do. So I got to make another build, test it out. And it's just a never-ending cycle of me spending money. So because of this, I don't really necessarily want to put out the Pro-Am content that I have. We actually end up playing against top ranked 100 opponent. It was a very good game. I'm ranked top 100 in 1v1 in the Proving Grounds. I have a couple of games showing it. They had me ranked 80th in the world. I played against like the number 24 player. Beat him. I don't know if my ranking went up or not because I can't get a game in the Proving Grounds. But nonetheless, y'all see the proof here. I'm going to go back to it, show y'all the stats one more time. This is just what I just played with. I have no three-pointer, and I was smacking it in the builder. Take this information for what it is. Make the best build for you. That's all I can tell you. I'm out.